Greetings YouTube, time for another bargain video. Here we have Battles of the Medieval World 1000 to 1500, and I picked this up at a by the pound place, so I paid like 60 cents for this book. It's a large coffee table book with lots of illustrations. It's quite cool. We have the Caturian Odyssey, which is lavishly illustrated, and it's this kind of alternate history of Earth where you have sapient animals and the main character is a lemur. So I may give that to my therapist because he loves the lemurs. We have Rapunzel's Revenge, giving a new take on the Rapunzel legend. We have 2 volumes of Fables, Wolves, and Animal Farm. I actually paid less than $2 a piece because I know the guy and he cut me a deal because I bought a bunch of things. We have the New Avengers, which again he cut me a deal on that one. We have Mouse 1, which my wife wanted, because oddly I had Mouse 2, but I didn't have Mouse 1, which is weird, but they're dumb. We have the Seventh Sword, which I kind of bought that one blind. Flying Wings of the Horton Brothers, because I've always been fascinated by flying wings. And, you know, so I thought I'd give that a look. We have a memoir by Stephen King on writing, and this covers the era before, during, and after his heavy drinking and the accident that almost killed him. So you have a whole range of his life experience. Then we have a book on Army Ants, and I recall, sorry, it said A Study in Social Organizations by T.C. Schnerla. But yeah, it's all about army ants. I'm looking forward to that one. Then we have Fine Arms and Armor, Related Objects and Books, and this is a catalog from Christie's. I picked this off of Amazon. It's got some good illustrations, mostly firearm. There's some interesting stuff in here. As if I was actually looking for Sotheby's catalogs, and I really couldn't find any. I'm going to have to do research, and there's got to be a list out there somewhere of all of Sotheby's catalogs and their content, so that I can then hunt down the specific catalogs I want. On to digital media. We have Titanic. We have Season 2 of Darkman! Actually, this is Season 1 and 2? Oh, wow, I didn't know. I thought I saw the 2. Even better. I like Darkman. Sanctuary. I bought this one blind, but it's about a team that searches out supernatural beings and does not kill them. That might be interesting. Spirited Killer, a martial arts film. The Holy Robe of Shaolin Temple. Wild Arm, which I know nothing about. I got it for like 50 cents. Curse of the Komodo, which is about a genetically engineered Komodo dragon. Rio Lobo, which is the 3rd in the trilogy El Dorado, Rio Bravo, and Rio Lobo, which is kind of the weakest of the 3, but it has some elements in it which I really enjoyed. The Towering Inferno, which I got for the commentary track. It's also a good movie. Seraphim Falls, which has Liam Neeson and Pierce Brosnan, plus a commentary track. So, 2 British dudes doing a Western. That should be entertaining. A double George Carlin concert DVD. Battle Los Angeles, which looks, I know it's not going to be great, but I still want to see it. Moonlight, which is a series about a vampire, and I have these vague memories of this, so we'll see if my memories are correct. The Recruit with Al Pacino and Colin Farrell. The Point, a film I have not seen in ages. Ghost in the Shell, and I bought this used, and also at a thrift shop, so they made no money off me, because I do not want these people to make any money off of me viewing this film. Zach and Miri Make a Porno. Demon Hunter, bought that one blind, but you know, it sounds really corny. Bob's Burgers Holiday Collection. My wife is a Bob's Burger fan. The latest iteration of Tarzan. 8 Diagram Pole Fight, which also martial arts. We have 2 Margaret Cho concerts, and then we have the Ninja Turtle, which I have not watched yet, but I've been wanting to see it, and I found a copy of it for $5. So I paid a little bit more than I really wanted to, but I haven't seen it yet, and I wanted to give it a view because I really like the turtle designs in this. I think they did an excellent job with these models. Okay, on to more digital media, I think. $6 Million Man! I haven't seen these episodes in ages, and this is the pilot and season 1. Meatballs, because I got this for the commentary track. I'll donate the one that I already have. It's Mystery Science Theater. This is EGA. And then we have the brain that wouldn't die. I actually paid, weird, I paid $5 for this one and $2 for this one. I didn't argue. So $7, I got both of them. Errol Flynn's Seahawk, the Shawshank Redemption on Blu-ray, which I got for the commentary track, and I'll donate my DVD copy. The Aristocats, we didn't have that one. The original Casino Royale, a USB tape to MP3 converter. So I have some old cassette tapes which I would like to convert to MP3, so I then put them on my Brennan. Angelique Kidjo, Ray LaMontagne, a Dungeons & Dragons soundtrack. Here's an interesting one, okay? Come on, James, you can do this. You can do this. Hold on a sec. There we go. Now, I bought this because I didn't have any Will Smith, but I opened the container, and it's actually a mixtape. So I don't know if you can read that, if you could freeze it and look at it. I don't know if you can read it, but somebody's mixtape, man, that's even better than Will Smith. Aaron Neville, Mark Knopfler, Feist, and Russell Crowe. Never actually heard any Feist, a whole song of Feist, but I bet for all these CDs, I think I paid $2. And we have a paving stone for your garden. You don't actually step on it, but just for decoration. And it glows in the dark. The star, 2 stars, and the moon glow in the dark. We have this desk set, which is a letter opener and a really nice pair of scissors in a leather container, and I paid $1 for that. I've seen these before. I've always liked them, and at $1 I thought I'd get them because the scissors are really nice quality. And I have a thing for letter openers. Real shock there. We have a flower bell. I need to get that tag off there. I think it's a tulip. Then we have this, which is a quartz crystal, and one of the finest quartz crystals I have ever seen. It's really nice. I like this thing a lot. And I paid like $2 for it. The people who owned it, or it was an estate sale, didn't know what good quality this thing is, because it's really in nice condition. Nice crisp edges, well ground. The bottom is beveled and everything. Yeah, it's really quite nice. I got this, which is a nice wooden box. It's got a little heart on the back, and the lid slides across. It needs a little beeswax, but it's a compass. I got that for my wife. It was $1 at a flea market. We have this, which is glass, and I can't remember the name of this type of glass. It's kind of got a oil slick rainbow pattern on it, and I picked it up. It was a buy the pound place. So I picked it up. I thought it was a bouncy ball, and I like bouncy balls. I picked it up. I'm like, that's not a bouncy ball. It's got no chips on it. Nothing. I don't know why somebody got rid of it. Maybe they didn't know what it was. But this is art glass. That's kind of cool. Then we have a Taurus April, May zodiac sign. My wife is a Taurus. It's also handy to put that on. Then we have this, which is a Dansk paperweight. So it's heavy. It's solid metal. The Dansk on the bottom. There you go. Dansk on the bottom. I found this along with an elephant. I didn't buy the elephant, but really nice weight, and it reminded me of Bacana. Then we have a bag of dice, which I picked up at a Goodwill for $8. I haven't gone through the detailed perusal of them, but for $8, that's some cool dice. I think there's a tiny little basketball in here too for some strange reason. Then we have this mirror, which is kind of an Art Deco thing, and I have a friend that really likes that style, and I got that for her for Christmas at a flea market. And then we have this, which is, oddly, one of the bells is frozen. I don't know if it was ever intended to swing or not. It looks like it may have been designed that way, then somebody welded it closed. I'm not sure. I'm not going to move it because I'm afraid I'd break it. But it's a Sarna, and it's a decent sound, and I've never seen a double Sarna, ever. And I can just hang this up. Then I don't have to find any way of hanging it, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, next we're going to go on to some gears and gadgets, I think. I got my wife a drinking horn. It's a coffee drinking horn. It comes with a strap so you can wear it on your person. Came in this bag. I don't have no idea what it's called. The Goat Story coffee mug. There is a little goat head right there. It looks like it was never used. Still got the tags on it. It's like $3, I think. Was it $3? Yeah, $3. and mostly as a joke. We should probably give it a try or something, but it's kind of cool. Might be good for a costume or something, just for fun. This I picked up at a by the pound place, and it's for a propane tank, and it is solid brass. It's got a really nice heft to it. And the one I have is newer, but it's much lighter metal, so I thought I'd give that a try. And again, like 50 cents less, baby. Some rainbow duct tape for fun. Some wire, very simple, thin wire, but I figured it was real cheap. I always use a little round wire. This is an awesome find. This is cast iron, solid. It might have been originally designed as a masher, but somebody hit it here a lot. They just wore that out. I have no idea what they used it for, but I saw this and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I got a mat knife, which actually came with some extra blades, and it was a quarter at a yard sale. And I just like the shape, and it's very comfortable. So I use it to cut stuff. Picked up some extra earbuds. Now these are supposed to be Apple. I don't know if they're really Apple or they're knockoffs, but they cost me like $2. So either way, it's good to have a spare pair. I really like the design of the Apple earplugs. They're my favorite. I use it with my Chromebook. I use it at the computer because I frequently listen to things when my wife is sleeping, or when she's home and I don't want to disturb her. So I use those, and with an extension cord, so I can have a little movement room. And I just love those things. And for $2, good. I got a solid metal bar, steel bar. It looks like it might have been an axle or something. I'm not quite positive. I paid $1 for that at a flea market. This is an insulated Klein. This is is it Klein? No, it's GB. Sorry, not Klein. GB, and it's rated to 1,000 volts. And it's a standard Phillips head. But if you need to remove something in an electrical box or even a plug, even a wall outlet, this is your tool. You will not get shocked. Because I saw one of my coworkers, he's a maintenance guy, using one of these one day, and the next day I found one in an estate sale for $1. So I'm like, awesome. And mine is in better shape than his is. Of course, he uses his all the time. This is just a standard mag light. I'm going to convert it to LED, and I'll just probably give it to somebody. They're good quality flashlights, but I don't like incandescent bulbs. Then we have this, which is a handle, which has a nice little angle, which I'll probably use in a shield. That was $1 at a flea market. We have a Gerber, and this is the one flip. Check out, it's kind of, I like the scales on this one. Tip up, which is my preference. And everything is kind of got this gold wash except for the pivots, which is kind of weird. But I picked this up new at Walmart for $15. It was on sale. And we have a Wenger Swiss Army knife, real one, and it's been used. It's got, like, for example, the little key loop is missing, but I would take that off anyway. I don't use key loops if I carry these things. But it's got a compass, it's got a wrench, it's got pliers, it's got lots of tools in here. I paid $5 for this. I don't know what model it is. I can't find a model number. So if anybody knows what model this is, can you tell me? That would be cool. Then we have a Tool Logic Ice Light, which I picked up from the same guy, and I picked this up for like $3, I think it was. So yeah, I also got my wife one of those magnesium starters with it. It's got a block of magnesium and a ferrocerium rod built into it. So I got all 3 of those things for $10. So that was kind of cool. And she's been looking for one of those blocks. Yeah, my wife is a gearhead. She bought this broom, which is really quite attractive, as a decorative piece, and it possesses religious pagan symbolism. And then here we go. My finds of this video are these 2 bayonets. Now, I've never purchased this type of bayonet before, but in 3 weeks I found 2 of these. Now this one is a more complex one because it's designed so you slide it on, and then you chunk in place, then you roll this over and it locks, and it really is a nice fit and everything. And it is obviously longer. This is a diamond cross-section with scallops, so that's kind of cool. Then this one is more of a straight design, and this has a round shaft at the tip, but then you've got some grooves on the shaft. And I had seen one like this here at an antique shop, and they were like $65 for it. And then the next week, I found this one at a flea market, and I got it for $25. And today, which is the 26th of August, as I'm filming this, 2018, I found this one, and I got this for $15. So that's not too bad. These are really nice, and I plan on turning both of them into spears, but I am not going to modify them in the least. I'll just find a shaft I can put up here, and then I'll put, what I may have to do is I'd like to get a metal one and put a wooden plug inside, and then, so it's a nice snug fit, and then put a screw and a washer on the end to kind of sandwich it, hold it in place so it won't come off, and then have the tube, maybe with a little swedge neck or something, or find a stopper so that it won't go back when you're thrusting, and then the washer and the screw would keep it from coming off of this end, which is not as likely, but still. And these are just two very nice designs, and I know very little about bayonets, so if anybody out there knows anything about these type of bayonets, I would love to know. I'm thinking maybe World War I, but I could be wrong on that, because I really think in World War II they began to move away from this type and more into a utility blade, because the use of bayonets was less common. It still happened, but they also needed to be useful when you weren't putting on the end of a rifle to turn it into a spear. So yeah, there you go. So there you go, folks. This has been my bargain video with some cool, funky things. And you may see some of this stuff in upcoming tech videos.